Yeah, always love being at home, and of course the Jarvis Scott meet's going to be a lot of fun. We have 30 teams. It's a huge meet. I think because we just had 3 meets at home this year, is why this one got so big. It's kind of like the Corky, but a little bit bigger. I think we have 3 Big 12 schools coming, and then we have about 6 or 8 Power 4 schools that'll come. There's bits and pieces from Oregon and Wisconsin and Air Force and some other schools that are bringing some of their very best people to try to qualify. And then we've got the junior colleges all around us, and then we've got a lot of good Division II schools, Lone Star Conference schools. They're going to add so much to the meet because they've all got good people. So this is going to be a great opportunity for us to get Big 12 marks and to get a national mark too.
So your other Big 12 schools are, and some of the other
They're
Power
Baylor,
Fours
Texas
are?
Tech, and UCF are the
And
3
your-
schools.
And your other Power Fours, you said Oregon?
Yeah, Oregon and Wisconsin, and I wrote some of it down. South Florida's not, but they're really good. Yeah, Wisconsin and Oregon are the others too. USF is, they won the 4x4 last year, run 3 flat, and they've run 3:04 this year, and they're coming to run us in the 4x4. So there'll be some really good competition in certain events.
Right now, it looks like you guys have about 15 between the men and the women. That if the qualifying mark was today,
Yeah.
you'd make it. How many more do you expect to run qualifying marks?
I'm hoping
tomorrow?
many more. Our women's 4x4 and our men's 4x4 is right on the bubble, and we can run a lot faster. And of course, if you add 4 people, well, then you go from 15 to 19, and then if you do 4 more, you can. When you add relays, you add a lot. I still think we can get another quarter miler or 2 on the men's side and the women's side. Funny is running the 800 in Boston this weekend. She has not run all year, and I think she will qualify this weekend, and that's going to be a big race for her. She's running against the pros and a lot of good people there in Boston. So we are running a few of our distance guys in Boston, and I really think we'll get 5 to 8 more people for sure. We better.
What does it say when you have such a large meet, and to be able to how does that help press your runners and jumpers?
The good thing about it is when you have so many teams here, then you've got some good quality people in every event. That's what you would not have if you had just 4 or 5 teams. There would be a lot of events that would just be weak, but nearly every event we got is strong, and that's what's going to make it good. The bad thing is it's going to be a long meet, so it's going to be, but that's the way the Big 12 is. We start about 3 o'clock and go to 9 on the first day, and that's going to be a little more similar to this. So this is a really good trial run, almost like a Big 12 championship.
Are you planning on doubling a lot of your athletes?
We're not going to double many. No, we're going for quality at this meet and really trying to get better marks. There might be 1 or 2 sprinters that did not run last week that might do a 62 or something like that, 6,200, but not many people will double.
Do you have any of your top people who are dealing with anything right now in terms of injury or what have you? Anybody's on the shelf at the moment?
Not that I know of. We're not planning on sitting anybody that is healthy, and there's not anybody. Sean Brown is the only one that strained a hamstring at Arkansas, and he didn't run this. He won't run until Big 12. But that was he hurt that just a little bit at the finish line at Arkansas. So other than that, I think we have everyone else healthy.
You've gotten big marks in field events last couple of weeks from Tammy Topi in the high jump and Cashley
Ruda,
Dickinson.
and Cashley, yes.
You run down there what they've done here lately.
Yeah, Cashley this past weekend, broke a 15-year-old record with Shade Wygant's pole vault, so just a phenomenal jump, and moved her up in the top 16 in the country. We're going to try to get a little higher this week and secure her spot for the national meet. But Timmy Tope's jumped well all year. Ruda has come back remarkably from a torn Achilles. It's just incredible to me. A year ago, torn Achilles, and now she's jumping, over 45 feet right now. And part of it, a short run and then a medium run. We haven't got her on a full run yet, so she'll make nationals now, and so we've still got another month before that. So I'm really excited for her and that she's able to come back. She only has an indoor, so this was a really gamble on her part and ours. So it's really fun. But yeah, we need to get some better marks. Even Jonathan Seramees in the triple jump, and our both boy long jumpers and girl triple jump. I'd love to see a little bit better marks Tamia doesn't have a great mark yet. She was second at nationals last year. I just think we've got a few field events that still aren't quite where we want to be.
Why do you think that the team has not yet hit that mark? Are they holding back, or is it something that you're trying to get them to just peak at the right time?
Yeah, it's such a short season. I mean, you've got 5 weeks to qualify. And so some people, if they're not feeling great, or we doubled some on the first meet to do the long jump and triple jump. They really long jump well, but didn't triple jump good. And so now we're just focusing on trying to make sure that we get their main event in the national meet. And of course, we want to win the Big 12, and it's going to be close both on the men's side and the women's side. We also want to get good marks there because we get good lanes and we get good heats. So it's kind of twofold, but we brought them along a little bit slower on purpose with kids that we didn't see over Christmas. We had nearly a 5-week break this year. School gets out so early now. We brought them back early, but it seems to never be early enough. And so it's just some people adjust quicker than others, and some don't. I think that's kind of where we are.
You mentioned Fanny opening her season this weekend. Why wait till mid-February for her day?
Well, you probably didn't know, but she went home for Christmas, and her country pretty much made her run 3 meets in a row. So she ran January 10th, January 17th, January 20-something, and then we needed to train. So I've been really training her. She is ready to run fast, and so I'm not worried about how many races she runs. She's also made the World Championship team, along with Timmy Toe. They will leave nationals and go run in the World Championships. So I'm just not trying to run her too much, is the reason, because she's already going to have 4 to 5 meets of indoors, and I haven't run her yet. But we're really hopeful this weekend she'll get that NCAA mark, and then she'll run DMR probably 800 here at Big 12.
World Championships of where this year?
I'll be honest with you, I don't know.
I think Budapest.
Budapest,
I want to
yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
It's in like
Those are
September.
the 2 that have qualified. I mean, I think Antoine has 2, but their countries are really pushing them to go, and I don't know about the Bahamas with Antoine.
In Boston, you have a couple people listed as doubling, but I know it's kind of a quick
Yeah.
turnaround. Is that just in case they get
We
in
just
heats?
entered them. You never know which heat you're going to get, and if you get in a bad heat, like we entered Titus in the mile and the 3K, he's probably going to run the 3K, which is a better event for him. We've run the mile here, but if we get a slow heat, it wouldn't be smart to do that. We'd put him in the mile. So until we see the heat sheets, which we still don't have, we do know, like with Funny, she's got the 7th best mark going into the meet with some pros and college kids. So they took 8 in the first heat last year, so I fully feel she'll be in that first fast heat, which will be great. They'll have a rabbit. They're going to run fast, so that's important. But, and Victor's going to run the 5K, so I think Fakadu might have been entered in 2, but he'll run the mile most likely.
What do you think that Cashley still has left in the tank for another couple inches? Or...
Oh no, yeah, I think she can. I mean, I think she can jump over 450. Which is going to be over 14.8, 14.10, somewhere in there. I think she's very capable of that. She really had a good meet at Albuquerque, and I feel like she's starting to really, she's had a slow start, and now I feel like she's really coming on. You're talking about her. So, everybody's different. So, but she's coming along at the right time and peaking at the right time.
So what do you feel like you need to do in this last meet to set yourself up for Big 12s?
Yeah, we need to start performing. This is championship season. That's what I tell the kids. Now we're in championship season. The other meets have just been meets to prepare you for that. But we got one more meet before we hit the championship Big 12 and then the championship nationals. And you just got to be at your best. And so we're trying to focus on individual event that they're really good at, and really try to get good marks in those.
Last week you guys had a couple of guys in the men's 60. They ran the prelim but didn't run anything after that.
Yeah.
Is there something?
The schedule was a little tough at Albuquerque, and no one was hurt or anything like that. We've run some of these guys 3 weeks in a row. So, like Malachi, we're trying to get to nationals in the 60 and the 60 hurdles, but we don't. Arkansas changed the schedule on us, and we had it planned there. So we didn't get to do it. We didn't want to take him, but we took him, and then he ran one round, and then we decided, hey, we're going to run fast here at home, and let's just give him, not beat him up, you know.
Speaking of 60 and 60 hurdlers, where's Antoine? Antoine's sitting
I think in the nation, he's still sitting number 1 or 2
in
in
the hurdles.
in the hurdles. And in
gonna
the
try to
conference,
qualify
he's
with
not
60?
for nationals. No, you've got to run under 60 right now. 60 won't get you in. I think 58 is probably going to be somewhere about where it's going to take. You've got Arkansas this weekend, Tyson. You've got some big meets this weekend. Here, there's going to be some fast marks. People are getting in shape. This is the time to run fast. Other people have done fast things, but this is the time you're going to see from now on. In Big 12s, there'll be some of our conferences, and hopefully us that run our best marks that we've run all year at the conference meet.
You addressed it a couple of weeks ago when Austin was asking about the Kirby's came out and kind of announced the scholarship increases
Yeah,
last night.
I saw that. Yes.
I think you're 27 men.
27 men is what they've told me now, and 35 women.
35 women.
Yes.
That's what he said.
We are allowed 35 men, and we're allowed 45 women, but we are going to be going to that, is what I heard. I was waiting for him to announce it and tell me exactly what it was going to be, so I'm excited about that. That's really going to help.
So, I guess from my understanding, kind of how he explained it, obviously last year you had 12 6.
12.6 and 18.
Plus a little bit of revenue share.
Yeah,
So
just
it makes it a little more
$50,000, yeah.
makes it a little more tough for the kids because they have to pay tax on that.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't give that as an extra to anybody. I was giving it for scholarship, and then they've got to pay 30% tax if you're international, or if you're American, you got to still pay tax on it too. But what hurt us was just that, like K-State went to 30 women's scholarships last year to recruit with for this team. That's why they're so good this year. And then they went to 25 or so on the men's side. So they doubled us and tripled us nearly on our scholarships for this year's team. But we have a good team coming back. I had veterans coming back and a good group coming back. You won't see that as much in this year's team. We're going to be fighting right there for a championship right with them, but they're also coming from almost near the bottom to the top in 1 year. And I'll be able to recruit with those scholarships for the remaining of this year, and I feel like we'll level out a little bit better, for next year. But if they'd have gone another year with those scholarships and us not had them, it would have been devastating. You get 2-year jump on you, it'd be tough.
Are they going to take away any of that rev share and use that for scholarships instead, or are you still going to have that $50,000?
They are taking the rev share, yes. And my understanding is using it in other sports.
A million going from Olympic sports to football. 2.5.
Yeah. My understanding is that our rev share would go to football, and I don't know, maybe basketball.
What's in 2.5 million in
But then
scholarships?
they took all of our rev shares, my understanding, and Don probably knows better, but they gave more scholarships, 2.5 million to all the Olympic sports, more scholarships, but they wanted the revenue share because my understanding is football has the maximum scholarship, so the only way to have more money is to give rev share. And your institution can use rev share any way they want it. So we can move it all to one area if we wanted to.
And then I guess so far this season you've still been recruiting. How do you go about that with not knowing how many scholarships you're going to have next year?
It's been unbelievably difficult. This last year is the most difficult year of my coaching career because we were on hold the whole year with the judge making a ruling, and that's what hurt us in recruiting. And I couldn't go spend any money that I didn't know I was going to have. We were hoping for more rev share, more scholarships. We didn't get them, and so I just went with who we had, and then I brought in 5 guys I waited till mid-year to bring some in because that's 4 people is 2 scholarships in the mid-year instead of 4 for the whole year, and that helped. But it's also unfair to them to walk in the door and have to try to compete for a national in a month. And so it's going to take us a little while to get some of these mid-year guys going, especially that never have run indoors. They'll be a lot better outdoors.
Well, and where are those guys?
Well, Stephen Mutai
and your quarter mile.
and Brian, yes.
Yeah.
And then Sabo in the triple jump,
Yeah.
been really hard on him walking in day one. And then I mean, those are the three main ones. We had Demarion Clerkley, who was a high school kid that actually had brain surgery in the fall. We had signed him out of high school, triple jump state champion, and so he came in at mid-year after having surgery. He was another one that made 4. And so, but I'm excited about him. We just got to keep getting better every week.